ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Team Swain Tiebreaker 1 versus 1 tournament between SS Boosted Friendship and Batty Bargain Bin. This is gonna be a fucking shit show. I'm
But
in
it's
Zero. I'm here with Dan. I'm here with 30. And I'm also here with Vivaret and Dubdrum, who are going to be up first in this best of 3. So just to give you guys a quick rundown of what happened with absolutely no graphics on your screen because we were not prepared for this shit. Vivaret chose to ban Vladimir and Graves, Dubdrum banned Caitlyn and Fizz, and they just locked in their champions, and it's going to be Dubdrum on Zed versus Vivaret on Rise.
oh man. Beveret's gonna get that snare and just instantly tilt Zed. Are they launching in right now? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep, should have just hit the point where you guys can spectate it, so.
And meanwhile, I'm showing off the spells tab in the client. Remember Clarity?
Is it up?
Supported game modes are blank, comma, ARAM. Is this an ARAM? Can you even pick this?
No, it's Summoner's Rift.
Okay, so Clarity not available.
Not of it. Nothing.
Is Clairvoyance still a spell?
Not here apparently.
No,
But in
okay.
our hearts it is. And I guess it lives on through Blue Trinket.
Very true. It does.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have that awesome eye. I remember the first time I ever watched someone use Clairvoyance, and there's this eye sitting right above me, like, what the fuck is happening? Am I going to take damage from this thing? No, it's just there to watch you.
Yeah.
Watch you deal yourself by tower.
Clairvoyance out, because I would have bought a Clairvoyance skin to just make it an Illuminati eye.
yes. Yes.
They release
man.
skins for it. The eyeball.
They're missing out
man.
on the. That's a lot of money they're missing out on. I guarantee at least half the community would buy that.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to bring up: Zed, instead of bringing Flash, you just bring that straight up exhaust. He is ready to all in this Rise.
This is some of the fun of the 1 vs 1 metagame, man. You get to see some different stuff than normal. Maybe we'll see 5 Doran's Blades this game.
We very well could. Doran's Blade gives you flat health return, or is it percent lifesteal?
It's back to lifesteal.
Okay. I know they changed it to the flat, but that's good. It's back to percent. I have never seen Vivaret on Rise, so I can't attest to that. But I have seen Dubdrum play Zed once, and from the flags it's shooting off in my brain. I remember it was pretty cool. He did some cool Zed stuff, like he disappeared and then he was someplace else and he just did a lot of damage, like a Zed does. So I'm excited. I haven't seen a 1v1 in a really long time.
I used to cast entire tournaments of this shit, man. So I'm kind of back. This is kind of my roots, man. I learned to cast 1v1s, then when I upgraded to the real game, it was wonderful, man.
Right, so we got the veteran caster Swift here with us.
I was really hoping we'd have Thrifty Senpai, the matchup master, because I can't tell you too much about how Zed versus Rise goes.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that Zed's going to need to get a nice advantage before probably Rise's second recall.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing I know Rise can itemize for is the gauntlet, Iceborne Gauntlet, and it kind of works well with his kit, but that'd be a lot of armor that Blab has to kind of work through. So that's the first build, or that's the first item that I see Rise going for. But maybe he has some tricky things up his sleeve.
Yeah, they don't have too long to plan for, so you can kind of... These guys hopefully are coming in with a bit of a plan.
The Triumphant Rise skin. Man, I forgot all about that skin.
I like to think he picked Rise just to show that skin off on stream, because they know they're going to win like game 2 and 3 here.
Yes.
As somebody with Triumphant Rise, I want to tell you, it feels fantastic every time I get to play it.
See, I tried it a couple times. It was a few years ago when we locked that down. I think I was on the Team Swain at the Pongland that won it, but I tried to play Rise just for this skin, and let me tell you, it did not go according to plan. Pretty bad at Rise.
Alright, so to start with here, Dubdrum going with the Corrupting Potion, so he is going to waste all 225 of that mana. I don't like that at all.
What would you rather see him go for?
I would like to see him go with anything. Go with the
Instead of
Doran's
corrupting?
Blade. Go with a Doran's Shield. Go with the Cloth Armor in some pots. Go with a Longsword in some pots. Just don't waste stats, man.
Yeah.
Your gold's too valuable for that.
Wait a minute. Seaman is Dubdrum.
Yes.
Yes. All right, I got the stream up. I got the teams on the top here. Boosted players on the blue side and Value of Arguments players on the red side. Wow, this is impressive that they're not auto attacking each other.
Viveret's gonna Viveret chooses not to disrespect. I assumed he was gonna crack first.
Yeah. Wait. So go back. I was setting up the stream. Which buy did you not like, Swift? The potion.
Corrupting Potion on Zed. That's fucking garbage.
Yeah, that seems pretty horrible. Like you need some raw stats. You need like
but
some
I mean,
fucking AD.
As far as I know, all Dubdrum's good at is ganking and getting drunk. So I'm not surprised they don't know how to build mid lane items. Like that's neither of those skills.
Yeah, no, Corrupting Potion doesn't even give you energy back. What an idiot.
Pause the field. Pause the field, dude. There's an MSI logo in the middle of mid lane. I didn't notice that.
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah.
That was in our games, guys. We all played a game today.
That's pretty sick.
That is pretty sick.
Wow.
Cool beans.
Well, alright, just farming it back and forth. Dubdrum, down, they both miss CS. They both suck.
They're missing a lot of CS.
Wow, these kids.
So it's 100 CS is a win, right?
Yes.
So I don't think either of these champs are especially good at that, or like getting that win condition faster than the other. I think.
So what I'm thinking is, I assume Zed's gonna have a bit of a power spike early. So if Zed can get a CS lead, then he can get to a point where he can just go, 100% even on CS to close out to get to 100 and kind of force Rise to all in him. Once you're up like 10 CS, that becomes a viable win condition, as long as you can just maintain that lead, because you don't have to worry about pressing your advantage to grow it. Unless you're worried about Rise being able to turn and outduel you. And, I mean, I don't know. I would feel...
I would feel a lot of shame if I got outdueled by a Rise if I was on Zed.
I feel like Rise will have an okay trade, though. If
Yeah, he does.
Dubdrum Deathmark's in, Rise can just ult and turn and blow his everything.
So you're saying it's really going to be about Dub baiting that out.
Yeah,
Dubdrum missing the cannon.
There's like room for error on Zed, but there's less room for error on Rise. But oh my god, going in with
all the summoners explode.
And just like that, summoners are gone.
Yeah, but it looks like
we got the
Seaman
corrupting
blew
potion.
too much of his load, and he's low health.
Yeah, I was surprised he pulled that exhaust up when Viveret was falling back. Yeah, but like you said, the Seaman just blew his load too quick. You hate to see that happen. Man.
And
What?
did you just say the Seaman blew his load too quick?
Yeah, man. It's a shame to see it happen.
How does Seaman blow its load? Like, now I'm picturing Jizz jizzing, and that's just weird.
It's like okay, so imagine a volcano, and the volcano it shot its top off, and there's dust falling everywhere, and just lava like slowly like dribbling out. But then the second coming of the lava just lava shot up into the air. Now just replace lava with semen, and you're good to go.
I'm just picturing some like sci-fi shit, like the volcano explodes, and like the scientists at the World Volcano Institute are like, "Oh no, it's going to destroy the entire state of Washington," and then someone's like on their telescope because it's way too hot to get close to, so they're fucking like zooming in with their telescopes and shit.
Enhance.
And I was like, wait a second, enhance! And then they see like little volcanoes actually came out inside the lava flow. And they're like, these little volcanoes are erupting too! It's going to be the end of the entire West Coast!
So yeah, I mean, in the end, that's how Seaman blows its load.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, back to the game.
Wow, this is quite a
they
CS lead
farmed it
now.
up. Yeah, CS up by 12 for Vivaret. Dub Drum really showing why he needs to stay in the jungle because he can't last hit.
Yeah, no, he's trying to like CS from range with his Qs, but he's always just a little too late on it.
Yeah.
And misses
He-
out on all of them.
Yeah, he just missed those 2 free CS. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Granted,
and
it probably
that's basically
is easier to farm with Rise, maybe.
I'm sure it is. I mean, your
no,
Qs.
it is not. It is not. Unless you're spending all of your mana on Qs, but that opens you up to be traded on.
Yeah.
And Rise's auto attack is so shitty. I mean, Vivaret's sitting here with 67 attack damage. Most of that coming from levels. It is not
Yeah.
easy to last.
Oh yeah, I
with
guess you're
Rise.
right. Because Zed with his shadow and his E, like his double E, can like farm away really easily, can it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he obviously he
Um,
can't go into range and do that with his shadow. So
Um,
wow, coming back with a blasting wand and a fairy charm. What's that even build into? Morella Navigon?
No, that builds into nothing.
It just needs a little bit of more mana regen on top. So
I
that's why I got
guess,
the fairy
yeah.
charm. Blasting wand's
Maybe
just good.
he's,
It's just good raw stats for the value, man.
Maybe he's setting up his next tier back.
If he builds a tier this game, you're gonna hear me tilt.
Dude, serrated Dirk though. What is? I don't think I've ever seen this item.
Serrated
That builds
Dirk.
into the new assassin item.
Oh, Duskblade.
It does.
The Dothraki, yeah.
The Duskblade of the Dothraki.
So 10 armor pen, and then after killing any unit, your next basic attack or single target spell deals plus 15 damage, and it has 2080 flat as well. Wow. So actually, he's good at a 1v1 tournament.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is he has to kill the units, and he's been missing a lot.
Example A and B, and here comes. Oh no,
Oh
he got
wow.
saved.
Okay. Pick up these. Oh, nice, good
missed it.
zone.
Yeah.
Different-
I don't know if it's Blab just being, or not Blab, Dub Drum just being really bad at CSing, or if Rise is actually putting up a good CS zone.
Well, Vivaret clearly is the better laner here because Dubdrum is using so much effort to use his moves to farm, and when he's doing that, Vivaret has these windows to go in and trade because Dubdrum doesn't have moves to trade back on him. It's really basic laning stuff that Vivaret's obviously going to be really good at as a player that's been in Diamond to play the mid lane for an entire season in the SBL, and Dubdrum is a jungle man.
Yeah, you can see Vivaret. He's like fighting for every single CS. There's
Yeah,
no
and-
easy CS right now for Seaman.
He's up over that halfway mark too, so I mean I can see Seaman really sweating it out. I mean he's got to really all in or lose this match.
Yeah, but the thing is, Vivaret did not build any armor, and Dubdrum does have double combat summoners, so he does have opportunities to make a play here.
Yeah, he needs to just land a little bit of poke with his shadow and his Q, and then he can go for the all-in. Vivaret, his flash is just coming up though, so maybe he can flash back in the tower range if he plays this right.
I mean Seaman did well once. I saw him proc his Thunderlords, which he took. I've seen him only proc it once with his combo. He needs to take more. Needs to be a bit more advantageous. Like right there.
Oh,
Boom.
there you go. See that? Yeah, that's a good trade. And no more potions actually. That's the last one for Vivaret. So, and corrupting potions still for 3 stacks here for Seaman.
I would actually like to see him have the balls for a tower dive if he can get another combo off. I don't think he'll do it, but I'd like to see it.
I mean, yeah,
Channel is Interfaker.
because even if he went in right now, he might be able to deny some of the CS here for Vivaret.
Yeah,
And get
he
out
needs to
safe from the
start playing
shadows.
that zone,
Yeah.
like Rise was doing. It's just gonna be so hard. I mean, he's down 15 CS. That's almost 3 waves that he's down.
Yeah, Vivaret can back, and he'll still come back to lane with the CS lead.
Yeah.
That's the big thing here, is that if he needs to back, he's not going to be in danger of losing anything besides the tower, though. That is something we do need to talk about, because with the way Dubdrum's been positioning these waves for the past minute and a half, he's starting to chunk away at that tower, and more importantly, if Vivaret recalls, Dubdrum has an opportunity to go for the tower kill.
Now is it first tower or is it both towers?
It's first tower.
It is, okay. I remember back when the Swain organization did that 1v1 tournament a long time ago. Wasn't it 2? Yeah, I feel
It
like
was
back then
2,
it was 2.
yes.
Yeah.
Everyone was worse at the game back then.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I think Verret might have this one in the bag if he just keeps playing it the way he's playing it right now. Seaman has to make a move. He has to make a decision. He can't just farm this out idly. He's gonna lose.
Oh, gosh, I'm trying to math right now. So Rise is 28 CS out, which is the same as about 7 waves, and he's 8 CS above. So I feel like Vivret could completely miss 2 waves and still be up.
He's 4.5 waves, right?
What?
So maybe 6,
28
7
CS
with cannon.
Yeah. 6, 12,
Cannon
18,
just happens.
24.
Cannons every third.
Yeah. Either way...
We'll just watch this one play out. We'll watch the game.
Yeah. Either way, Seaman has really got to be sweating right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's... Vivret,
Oh, wow.
don't go back.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
go back.
I think
This
this
is
is smart out of Vivret. He's low on mana. He knows he can recall and still have a CS lead. And look at that. That's a needless lead, and he's able to get a ton of health potions. Enough to last out the rest of this game. Well, if he was smart, he would have bought more than 2. That was actually really stupid of him. But he comes back with the CS lead. He's not going to lose this tower. And now he has this huge item advantage. So if Dubdrum tries to match the recall, Vivret almost wins on CS before he gets back to land.
Oh, yeah, no. I think, yeah, Seaman should have not gone for tower damage there. I think he just lost the game. He should have just recalled and bought whatever he could and hope for an all-in. There's... What does he accomplish now? Seaman just gonna watch Vivret win the game off CS. Oh, here we go.
And now, but Dubdrum going all in. He gets a little bit of damage. That is not going to be a kill. Now Seaman has it back.
He does have 2 corrupting potions, so he might stay and try to zone off the CS.
At this point, he has to stay.
Yeah.
As painful as that'll be for him. Actually, Vivret's getting pretty zoned here. Dubdrum's asserting his dominance. But that's still a hell of a lot of tower damage that Dubdrum needs to take, and Vivret's gonna be able to get most of these creeps under his tower. This is gonna actually be pretty down to the wire. That's big. Those are big, huge.
Yeah. Wow, this is... Okay. Only 4 CS down now. Man, just 12 more for Vivret here. Seaman just has to keep zoning with shadows and try to poke him down and make sure he can't safely CS these last minions coming into the tower.
Flab in chat says it was always first tower, but
that's
he's an
wrong.
idiot.
Flab, yeah,
So
he's probably thinking of like 1v1 tournaments he's done. Maybe the long ones, which were well after the Team Swain get on my level 1 versus 1 open mid invitational.
Oh man, Vivret taking a lot
7 CS. Oh.
Sure,
Oh,
damage
man.
in the shadows.
Okay, so the big thing here, Vivret has his ult, which gives spell dap. He wants to get into range and try to drop that, but he has to be so scared.
if Seaman gets all this CS, he can win on the next wave.
Yeah, it's all tied up now. Dubdrum. Or Seaman, actually.
That was so much pressure, but he did it.
Wow, oh my god, Seaman might win this. He goes in.
He's doing it!
First blood!
Wow.
First blood going off for Seaman.
And he survives still.
Maybe.
Wow.
Nope, he dies.
Oh!
So guys, let's give these guys a round of applause for bringing the SBL clown to a 1v1 tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Alright, so we are going to figure out who is going next. So this will be just a moment.
Boosted up 1-0 at the end of that fight. Gosh, that was just down to the end. Rise had a big advantage, but just able to push it
User
back.
left your channel.
See you later, Swift. So 30. How did you like that first 1v1 of the night?
That was pretty good. That was I'm actually very impressed. It really came down to the wire there. I think it could have gone either way. But Seaman coming out on top with the more aggressive champion pick, and yeah, good stuff here. So I guess out of the 3 1v1s, it's a 1-0 lead for the SS Boosted Friendship team.
Um, Gosh, I don't know what to say. 1v1s are the worst to cast. So, I didn't believe Swift at first, but he is very right. There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why can't I
Dubdrum
get
calling out in chat, his Zed is greater than Faker.
Okay. Fair.
If you say so. If you say so, bud.
That's fair. I mean, I can't. I mean, we haven't seen it, so maybe, you know.
You never know. Does anybody have Faker added? Can we get him in a 1v1 real quick while we wait for these other guys to load?
Yeah. What the hell? Why does this not work? OBS. Hello?
What are you talking? What are you trying to do?
I'm sure people right now can just see a black screen, and I got my scene. I got my source. It's log
User
client.
joined your channel.
All right, so we are going into our next game here, guys. Going to give you the rundown of real stuff. We got Blabeur versus Respect, with Blabeur going with some really standard 1v1 bans, Caitlyn Lucian, and Respect taking out Vel'Koz and Sion. So we see 1v1 meta versus target bans. And I want to applaud Blabeur for keeping that 100% Vel'Koz ban rate going strong into the 1v1.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fight that.
That is just so impressive. That's. I mean, obviously, a record SBL history made with a target ban every single week of the season.
It's really crazy that it happened every single game. I mean, think of how many great picks various players have had over the past 3.5 years of running this league. I mean, Thrifty Zyra would always come through once a season in his prime. Plenty of the other stuff people have run, like, it always goes through at least once or twice. But not this season.
One thing I want to bring up, Lab is 65% win rate out of 63 games played on Vel'Koz, and 63% out of 63 games played on Sion. So both of those champs, very strong.
All right, we just had this game started up, so these guys are doing their blind picks here. We'll let you know when you can spectate. Man, I just want to let you guys know, it was so nice to be able to play an SBL game with the music in the background tonight.
Nice relaxed game, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, worst case scenario, we clown around and lose. No one drafts me as AD carry ever again.
Yeah, somebody actually called out in before Swift does awful and his AD carry career is brought to an abrupt halt.
Yeah, that was Thor.
Yeah, I saw that. No, I don't know. Thor doesn't seem to believe in my AD carry, even though I've been saying all season that it was all Cruz.
Well, I mean, you are before top lane. You are an AD carry main, so
it was nice to pick my old favorite Lucian and go 12-1. I will say that much.
So how are they doing in Champ Select? Can
They
we
just
right-click
locked in,
spectate?
as you said that. You got 5 seconds to be able to spectate. We got another exciting matchup here. Going to be Blabeur playing Quinn versus Respect on Zed.
Another Zed. Let's see if he's able to CS better than the last Zed we watched.
I have a feeling he will.
So definitely the hot shot on coming out as Blab. God, fucking sentences. Boosted friendship, sending out Respect, the support main. Despite him being a support main, do you think he'll be able to do well on Zed? I mean, Zed's not just an easy champion to just pick up and start doing well with.
Wait, who's Respect?
I mean,
Respect is against.
Zed? He's playing
Yeah,
Zed
he's playing Zed
again.
Yeah, another Zed. Zed versus Quinn.
They're wait a minute. Oh my god, they're gonna play Zed every game.
Yeah,
I'm starting to assume that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it. It's a 1v1 tournament, man. Worst case scenario, you don't get to pick your side in one less game if it goes to game 5.
Yeah.
And if I know these guys are boosted friendship, they probably think they're gonna 3-0. So.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, going into the postseason, the storyline is Batty Bargain definitely the weakest of all the teams, and they're gonna have to prove a lot of people wrong. They have to really tighten up their game a lot if they want to try to at least win this first match.
Should we just spend this entire 1v1 tournament talking about how scared we are of neither of those teams?
We could.
No, I'll save that for the Rift.
Yeah.
30, I'm sorry you won't get the chance to do the same.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm sure you'll enjoy being in the finals plenty.
Yeah. Should be fun. Can I spectate? Hello?
Yeah, you could have spectated 2 minutes ago, dude.
My client bugged.
I could just do it now. But here, let me load this back up.
Oh,
Did they switch sides? The teams?
No, they did not.
Okay, cool.
They could have, but I don't think they care. I'm sure one of them would have mentioned it if they cared.
Oh, God damn it! I gotta restart my client real quick. You know if they loaded?
We got 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. Swift, Dubdrum says they beat your team twice.
That's fine. I can't dispute that. They did beat my team twice.
Okay. Just letting you know
Said everything
that smack talk has been laid down in Twitch
That's
chat.
not smack talk. That's just stating a fact.
Well, I think there's gonna be some smack talk, maybe followed up. I'm giving Dubdrum some grace period time here to follow with a shot.
I don't respond to shots that low. That's so weak. Like, right a BBB on my ankle.
All right, so we're loading in. Zed has the Shockblade skin, so I guess Risquect must have played a little bit at Zed, or just bought the starter pack when he came out. And Blabour using the worst Quinn skin in the game.
You know,
looking like a big old pile of red poop.
Yeah, Dan, all I'm going to say about your taste in Quinn skins is it's about as good as your ability to play her.
Yeah, man. Super easy
Not
to
very
win
good at all.
Super
and if you
easy
were up
to
against
win the
Slicer and
game.
Neck, then it would put you in a corner crying like a baby.
Nah, dude, I'll 1v1 you with my Quinn.
You did. You lost. It was
No, I
really
didn't.
embarrassing because
No, I
Quinn
didn't.
wins
You
that
got
matchup.
like 3 ganks. You got 3 ganks. I got 0, bud. Dude, I'll beat you in a 1v1. Easy. It's not even like
Bro,
worth
go-
smack talking
Go,
about.
go watch that VOD again sometime, and then like look up how like people that play Quinn play that matchup. That's actually a winning lane for Quinn. Like,
Yeah.
it's really easy. And then you
Yeah.
would just like sit there and be like, I'm scared of Craig. Man, how are you so scared of Craig, dude?
Because Quinn gets ganked super hard. And I
I don't
did
know
get
if
ganked
anyone-
super hard, like 3 times.
Oh, the big first train coming out of the Blabour.
Zed just gonna go back. Like, alright, we'll see you later. Oh, just kidding. Not gonna
Wow.
get to back.
This is big.
This is huge.
Blabour is setting up the biggest play in 1v1s, where after Zed gets the recall off, Blabour can go suicide the tower and get an extra 70 damage onto it.
That's pretty big.
It actually wouldn't be worth because the creeps and spawns, but
I'm sorry. I'm triggered right now. You talking shit. Like, what the
I'm sorry.
fuck?
Do you want to gang up on somebody? Let's talk about Cheeseburglar, dude.
No,
His
dude.
smack talk all season he's been going off, dude. It's it's bad.
Respect
Even if he was-
into
even
a
if he
chat.
was
What a
better than somebody
fucking
on his
dirty
team.
play.
1v1s are all about dirt, dude. We had somebody like almost quit. Oh my god, Blabour is so much better at Quinn than anyone in this channel.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna bring up
70%
before you
I'm
guys
not
got
very good at
this
Quinn, dude.
fucking 12-year-old
70
fight here.
70% win rate on Quinn. I just want to bring
Respect.
that up.
Respect actually, when doing the research for Boosted a couple weeks ago, he doesn't play support and solo queue. He actually plays like AD carry and I think another role, like not support. So this guy probably a lot better mechanically than you might expect out of like a support player. Like I have a feeling that he's actually played Zed a little bit in the past.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a super mechanically good support, so I'm sure he has good mechanics on other stuff he plays.
Yeah. But I mean, Blabur has always shown that he is a very lane dominant player, and he knows the matchups really well.
That's a big thing. Blabur is very good with matchups. He strikes me as somebody that's very intuitive about matchups as well. So even if he's maybe not played this matchup many times, he'll probably figure it out really fast.
Yeah.
Although he did miss a lot of CS on the first few waves because of how aggressively he was trading.
Yeah.
Which is all right for him because he does have a better item. Obviously, you get more stats with Doran's Blade than you do from the Longsword. And he's also got Lifesteal, so he's going to be getting some sustain here.
Yeah, it's really that age-old question. Do you sacrifice? Oh my god, they're going in. Oh, Blab takes a tower shot. Oh!
Quick damage is too much! It's a fucking kill from Blabur! And
Wow.
we're even up, we're going to game 3 despite Blabur taking a tower shot.
Oh, man. Wow, that's so impressive that he even took a tower shot and still won that duel. That's crazy.
That is when you can legitimately just say outplayed.
You're a cunt, Blab. To a chat. That's not my words. But I was gonna say it's that age-old question. In laning, do you sacrifice CS to lay down harass? And
apparently today you do.
I guess you do. When you're Blabur, you purposely miss a couple CS and throw in that fucking blind bird bullshit. I don't know what that's even called. Dan.
What?
What is that called?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't play Quinn.
Oh, okay.
God. Are we still fucking live, dude?
Yeah, dude, we're still live.
Okay, well, Swift probably has a stream up so he can hear me while he's off diddling the other players on this in this 1v1. I will beat the shit out of your Renekton with Quinn. You had 3 ganks in a 1v1. We'll see how much shit you talk. See how many ganks you get, you fucking bastard.
Oh man, does this have to happen on stream after these games?
Dude, I'm way too triggered right now. It's called Blinding Assault.
Blinding Assault, yeah, he really throws those out liberally.
It was what I think the big game changer in that fight was when he vaulted back and took that one tower shot and then stepped out of tower range. That slow really fucked the setup because he had already blown his gap closer with his W, and then he was just able to just auto attack him to death. And that's all she wrote. Really poorly played by Blab, but I mean he got the win, so that's what counts.
I think it was all fine. He just didn't calculate in that tower shot. Like I don't think he expected that. He just said to a chat that he had a heart attack during it. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I guess the Zeds aren't gonna clean sweep it here today for boosted. So we're gonna go into this final showdown, this winner take all 1v1. Do you think they're gonna play Zed again?
Yes.
Okay. And next question: who do you think Boosted's gonna bring out?
I'd have to see their lineup. What are the available options we got here?
So they just went through bans. We're gonna have Failed Destiny versus Avalite in game 3 here.
Ooh.
Avalite taking away Caitlyn and Quinn from Failed. In Failed Destiny, you guys aren't gonna like this. Bans Corki and Zed.
Oh man.
Ah.
All right. Well, now they can't play Zed.
Yeah. Well, that might have been the game changer, man. Like, boom.
Maybe he's.
I'd actually I'm a little tilted, so I can only imagine how tilted the boosted friendship are. They are taking on a lot of water. They're sinking fast because they're a boat, and that's how boats sink and die.
Who do you think is gonna win this Swift?
Avalite.
Okay. Do you think he's just generally the better player, or is it because of the roles that they both made?
And he's going to be playing as support, dude. He's going to give him that big old dick.
Okay. Okay.
Dan, who do you think is going to win this game?
I think Evalite's going to win. pretty commandingly.
I'm gonna go the other way. I think Failed
Yeah,
Destiny
you
is
would.
gonna
You
win this.
fucking you vote for you have like 20 MVP votes, and you probably had 17 of them for support players. Now you think a support player is gonna play a 1v1? He's probably gonna pick Braum, and third he'd be like, "Oh my God, Braum versus Ash! It's such a good matchup with Braum."
It is funny because I go through the VODs again, like a quick peek at the scoreboards. I mean, I cast a lot of the games, so I already watched them, but I look at the scoreboards and I think about the game, and I watch some sneak peeks, and I'm like, man, these support players are still the best. And every week I PM you, it's the support players I'm voting for MVPs. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I think the supports just don't get enough credit. I don't know what Thrifty's doing with the stats this season, but hopefully he can accumulate those, and we can see some like cool stats with warding. I think that's really interesting because some supports are just really focused a lot on supporting. Like Cruise Master, when he played support, he was a very good warder. I believe I'm a very good warder as well, and I take a lot of pride in that. But I might.
There was a point this game, in your game, first game today, where we started counting up how many wards you had. You had like 14 on the map if you included normals and pinks. And like, I made noises I don't like to make on Twitch. It was awesome to see.
But I just think Failed Destiny because I mean he is like a thresh man, and I thought Respect could have easily won that last game. I don't know what. Maybe we could if we watched it in slow mo on like what went down there. Dan, earlier you said it was because of that slow because Zed couldn't get in range of the autos. Yeah, so that might have been just the tipping point. So I think at the end of the day, the Evelite versus Failed Destiny can go either way, but I think Failed Destiny is just gonna inch out ahead. I think he's gonna pick Bard too.
I would love that.
Yeah. Bard's a surprisingly an alright 1v1er.
All right, we finally got our game started up. So here we go, folks. The biggest 1v1 in SBL history between BBB Failed Destiny and SS Boosted Friendship Lieutenant, aka Evelites. Oh man, this ain't gonna be good. This is definitely going Evelites' way if they lock this in.
Oh no. I maybe I should have reserved my my prediction until I saw champions. Wow, how bad is it?
It hasn't been locked in yet, so I mean, well, I have some biases here, so maybe this won't be as bad as I think it is.
Oh man. Okay. Is at least one of these champions not either an AD carry or an assassin?
So let me put this into perspective for you real fast. No. They're both AD carries. They're both locked in. We're going to have Failed Destiny on Ezreal with Flash and Exhaust, the most cuckold of fucking 1v1 summoner choices, versus the SSB Lieutenant on Lucian with Exhaust and Ignite. And I mean, I know how those two play in bot lane when they each have a support. I think it's going to be pretty similar without a support. Lucian's going to have a lot of potential to bully this lane early, and Ezreal's never going to really have a point of power.
Yeah, no, I'm failed. You have failed me. This seems like a horrible pick. The champion is just not. This power spike doesn't happen in a 1v1 match.
I picked Ezreal in a 1v1 finals once, way back in, it would have been very early season 3 of League of Legends. So,
oh, wait a minute.
Long ass time ago.
AP Ezreal?
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, okay. There's more validity there, but still it's bold.
Yeah, I feel good about my pick on not him winning.
Oh yeah, and he took Ignite and Exhaust of the boosted friendship staple now. They've picked Ignite Exhaust all 3 matches.
It's a pretty good strat in 1v1s, man.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So we've seen 2 First Bloods. Are we gonna see any other win condition?
No. I'll go bold here. I'll say First Blood before level 6.
Wow. Okay. Obviously going to Lieutenant. Okay.
So Lucian has the advantage here, but this is still a matchup where if Evelite makes like one or two misplays in a row, Failed Destiny can turn and capitalize super fast to catch him off guard.
Yeah.
That's essentially Failed Destiny's win condition here. He needs to either get some poke from super long range while dodging Lucian's piercing lights, or at some points when the like positioning is proper, as soon as Lucian misses a piercing light, just all in.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the things he has going for him on Ezreal is that he can stay back and hopefully not be in range to get that end of the queue from Lucian.
He's going to be so careful because both of these champions, also, if they play poorly around their mana pool, that could be a really big issue. Lucian in particular is very mana hungry at low levels, so if Avalite misses a few Qs on the Failed Destiny, he's going to start playing the laning phase very fast.
Yeah.
That actually might be a smarter win condition out of Failed Destiny, is just to bait out the mana pool and then have its way with Lucian. We can call it metrosexual young boy has his way with black man with guns.
Can we rename the Twitch stream that, or will that get us?
I kind of want to find out, but I'm way too lazy to tab out and go to my dashboard. So.
All right, I got runes and masteries here. Let's see. Oh my God, is this revolutionary? Failed Destiny 18, 11, 1. 1 point in recovery. He has 0.4 health per 5 seconds. GG.
I'm gonna laugh if he makes it out of like an all-in at level 3 with 2 health.
But both of them, actually no, this is interesting. Yeah, so Failed Destiny, he went 18 in ferocity, taking Fervor of Battle, which is also odd for an Ezreal. Usually Ezreals do Thunderlord's Decree. Actually, I don't know about that anymore. They used to when TLD was really big and broken.
Right,
but
and just an update now that we're in the game. Failed Destiny is attack damage. No AP from runes. Started with the Doran's Blade. You know, one of my favorite things about 1v1 that we won't get to explore in this tournament because it's all best of ones is the mind games and pick and bans. It can get pretty intense. There was a 1v1 semi-final between me and Zedicus once where we played 3 consecutive games of Draven versus Teemo.
Holy shit.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
That sounds pretty toxic.
Alright, so, going over items here, so we see it's a longsword 3 pots onto Evelite. I do not like that. That kind of goes against the summoners. When you take the Exhaust Ignite, you're playing for an early kill or a chance to like get ahead early. And if you want to get ahead early, you start with Doran's because you want the extra 80 health so you can trade more aggressively. That's just two things that are counteracting each other. I think it's poor 1v1ing.
Well, I mean,
you should have done a little bit more research before this game.
Yeah, but so he might not be going for that pre-6 kill that you predicted. He might be going for get the whatever item he's going to build at a longsword and instantly back and then go for the all-in. So that's the only validity I could see in that buy as well. But another interesting fact about Runes and Masteries, Lieutenant took 12-0-18 and has Grasp of the Undying.
Okay.
Does that even work on range champs? It's just half, right? It's like half of whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So there's something about Grasp of the Undying that I don't know why you don't take this on a range champion, but we'll see. I mean, Fervor Battle is just so good on Lucian.
Yeah.
I see this.
Yeah, it is.
It's like we both agree that we like Lieutenant's pick. We like his summoner spells, but the way he's going about it is sort of questioning your faith, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I don't dislike it enough to think the Failed Destiny is going to win. That's where I'm at. Oh, yeah, dude, look at those sick-ass Lucian trades. Like, that's all he has to do. Every time he lands a Q, he's going to get 5 attacks worth of damage, basically.
Yep. Yep, he played that. He executed it perfectly with the dash and getting his passive there twice. And oh,
So,
yeah.
ooh, look at sick, man. Fucking sick plays. I like what Everlight did there. He took a second point and Q at level 3 instead of taking the W, because there can sometimes be debate in laning phase about which of those two you want to do. I think that was the right choice, and the fact that he landed a Q, 100% worth that.
I don't know. Now would you put a point in W at level 4?
Yeah, level 4 you would.
Yeah, because then you can
100%.
obviously maximize more damage from your passive. Yeah, we got it. There we go. And oh, nice. Okay. Well.
So even waves, a 1 CS disadvantage.
Yeah. But look at this, 3 health pots still on Lieutenant. He hasn't used a single one while Failed Destiny used his, and he's still at half health. So I don't know, man. Oh god, you can't get that close. Ah! And look at that, Grasp of the Undying. Doing the damage, doing the healing?
Yeah, both.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually, this might have been super smart, man. I've never even heard or seen this, but maybe it's just a 1v1 thing.
I think it is a 1v1 thing. It's not
what about
scale
top Lucian?
near as well. That's not a real thing. I almost played it today, but that's not a real thing.
Oh, okay.
He was almost dead there.
Yeah.
There's a chance that... Actually, no, there's not a chance, because he would have needed a flash, which he does not have.
Yeah, already looking pretty grim here for Failed Destiny. Yeah, I don't know if he can even farm this wave safely. Can't stand...
No, he can't. If Lieutenant gets a Q off here, that's going to be devastating.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to pick up the CS under tower here. Oof, yeah. Oh man, this is dominating actually out of Lieutenant.
It is worth noting that before this game started, Everlight did ask to take a moment to set up a mastery page, so I think this grasp was very intentional.
Yeah, and very smart by the looks of it. This is really good. Look how far back Failed Destiny is playing now. Staying here. Hello.
Yeah, man. You guys are just saying everything that I want to say, so I'm just letting you do your thing.
I'll take a break. I gotta go.
Where do you gotta go?
I don't have anywhere to go. I just wanted you to have some time to talk.
No, man. I mean,
just gonna talk.
The grasp of the undying it's really smart. Blab's saying that all the pros go grasp in 1v1 situations, so maybe Lieutenant did some quick Google searching before his match.
Blab's a huge fan of the Underground Pro 1v1 circuit.
Yeah, so I mean, he's a pretty good
I've heard
sounding board.
A lot of the LCS pros play there when they get banned. There's actually some pretty big money in that. They play their games live in Vegas.
Wow.
It's really cool. Do you guys remember what's his name? Vasily, the 80K from LMQ. He actually, after his stint in China didn't work out, where he was like so bad that even Mata couldn't carry him. Oh, Failed Destiny's dead. Oh, Lieutenant didn't have the mana to all in. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Looking at all this CS that Failed Destiny is missing, though, like what the fuck? He's down 7 CS.
Yeah.
I mean, that wave he probably got half.
Yeah, so this will turn into one more wave bounced out of Everlight, and then he's going to back as well if he has any idea how to play. So BF Sword of Failed Destiny is definitely the proper choice there if he's going AD. But only 1 health pot, that could be an issue. And we are sitting at 1650 gold on Lieutenant, so he'll probably go BF in the longsword here, because he doesn't need to spend any of his gold on pots since he has all 3 of his. Oh, he's actually going for the serrated dirk. Okay. So he's going for a ghost blade should he get to that point. Which can be also legit.
Interesting. Yeah, and he still has those 3 health pots. so getting a lot of value, I guess, out of those.
That's fairly big because that let him spend. Well, actually, no, he came back to like a ton of gold. So it didn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
So after a full lane reset here, it's an 8 CS advantage for Evelites, who, oh man.
Oh, misses the Mystic shot. That's huge. Here we go.
He's
Culling.
culling, and there's no way out of this. He gets exhausted. Evelite's able to both of his summoners. Evelite still has his exhaust.
Oh, Failed Destiny not choosing the recall here. He's got the 1 health pot ticking here.
This is dumb.
Yeah, Lieutenant still
You
has
gotta
exhaust
cut your
here.
losses, and you gotta just go back and get more health pots. This is gonna turn into a huge lane advantage, or a tower dive if Failed Destiny really screws up. Because Lucian, the range on Piercing Light is so long, you can get poke when creeps on your tower onto the enemy AD character without being threatened by tower damage yourself.
Right. Yeah, this is. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, yep. There you go.
Like that.
That's.
Yeah,
That.
now that lets him finish bouncing this wave here, and then he's gonna be able to recall himself. I hope he doesn't. Oh man, Failed Destiny. There's a lot of pressure when you have to make these decisions in 1v1s. You see this a lot, even out of decent players
Yeah.
who just want to do whatever they can to try to cut their losses. And the longer this drags out, the better for Evelite, because he's getting a lot of tower damage. He's quickly approaching the point where if Failed Destiny backed, he just takes the tower.
You can't back. Yeah, don't back near the mini wave Destiny. There we go. All right.
I think he'll be able
So-
to take this tower. I mean, he doesn't.
Oh.
Oh, not anymore. If he
Failed
backs,
Destiny.
he's taking the tower.
This is good. I like this call out of Failed Destiny. Go spend, and now, because of when Failed is backing, Evelite's able to walk into this lane, call a wave, and then threaten the tower before Failed Destiny can get there. And Failed Destiny might have just realized that. He's making so many mistakes with when to back here.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Cause yeah, exactly like you said. Collins up, insta push the tower. Huh. And he should easily pick up all of these. Yeah. Oh.
Yep, and I was going to go call the next wave. True Shot Barrage not up for 35 seconds. And Lieutenant not culling. That's...
It's
I
questionable.
love 1v1 decisions because I love analyzing micro. And you normally don't have much of a chance to do that in full games because otherwise everyone calls you Crepo. But in 1v1, that's all you have to talk about. And actually, this is going to be really close to a tower take. Oh,
Oh
man.
my
And
God.
Failed walks in the lane and gets lit up. Oh, I thought that Q hit.
Oh yeah. This looks like the game here for Lieutenant.
The
Oh.
Super Shot Barrage down does not hit Lieutenants who... Oh, man, this is it. Unless Lieutenant, like, tanked the tower here, which crazy things have happened. He's taking a lot of damage, actually.
Oh wow.
That's a
Oh.
carefully calculated. Evelite going to win the 1v1, and SS Boosted Friendship taking the 1v1 tournament 2-1, securing themselves the 3rd seed. Get hype.
Well, there you have it.
Wow, that was actually pretty close. Like that was a tower shot away from Failed Destiny winning.
Yeah. That was I thought a greedy take, but it's only greed if it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I mean, the first game we all thought Vivera was really doing everything right, and then right at the very last second of the game, Dubdrum comes in and kills him. So 1v1s, there's some pretty good 1v1s tonight. I was impressed. But so yeah, like you said, 3rd seed to boosted. Is there anything else? So playoffs starting next week?
So playoffs will begin next week with a best of 5 between these two teams and the remainder of their teammates. So yeah, guys, we'll thanks for tuning into this shit show. We'll catch you next week for some very, very exciting shit.
All right, bye.
Bye.